I want to thank everyone for joining us tonight for Hail to the Deadites. This was Popcorn Frights Wicked Weekend presentation. We have a couple guests with us tonight. I'm going to allow them to introduce themselves.
Hi everyone, I'm Steve Villeneuve. I'm the director and producer of the documentary.
And my name is Martin Bruyère, and I'm the associate producer of Hell to the Deadites.
Hey guys, so we have Steve Martin with us here tonight, which is really awesome. Um, Love the documentary. Being an Evil Dead fan, it was a big thing for us to be able to present your film. It seems to be getting a lot of great attention from the different festivals it's been playing at. Uh, Sitting at about 86 right now on Rotten Tomatoes with tons of great reviews. How do you guys feel about a lot of the attention your film's been getting?
Actually, it's more than what we were expecting. To be honest, it's not like it's a usual documentary. You're watching a documentary about a film that you like. You think that you're gonna see some like it's gonna be packed with info about the film and stuff, but like this one is really about the fans. So it was made by the fans for the fans. Our Martin and I were a big fan, and everything that you can see in the movie, it's coming from the fans. Even the snippet of the film, the footage that we use are from a fan film, and the songs in the films are in the film are from Ben also, who did some tribute song to the documentary. So like it we didn't really know what to expect at the beginning because we were wondering, do people's not gonna dig it because there's no footage of the original film, and sometimes there we're getting sometimes bad reviews about it because like people are watching it and they're like, I didn't learn anything about Evil Dead. When I'm like if you want to learn something about Evil Dead, like go on YouTube or buy the
Right.
zillion edition that they putting out every year, that they're doing bonus feature and stuff, like everything is there. So it was one of our goals to do something different, and so far it's working really well.
Well, you mentioned the shorts that are played throughout the documentary. One of those shorts is actually done by a friend of ours,
Oh,
Brian Rosenthal, who's a South Florida
oh,
filmmaker.
yes.
He's been a part of our festival in the past, so it was really cool. And actually, I think one of the cool things about the documentary are the inclusion of these shorts. I'd rather see something new and something creative rather than we know the films. We could see the films, clips from the films from any kind of horror documentary, like you said. I'd rather see something by. It's a film about fans, so I'd rather see something done by the fans. My question for you is, you love Evil Dead. Horror fans are some of the most devoted, some of the most wonderful people out there. You could have done a documentary about Friday the 13th or another horror film like Elm Street or something truly terrifying like Howard the Duck. But you chose to go with, Evil Dead. What made you choose Evil Dead as your film to focus on fans?
I'm just like, if you ask me what's your favorite film, like your top three favorite film, I'm also gonna say, well, the first one is the Evil Dead trilogy, because I can't choose between the three film. So it was a no-brainer for me. And also I'm a huge collector of Evil Dead stuff. I got a
Yes.
big shelf right there. So you know when it came to doing a documentary about the fans, I went online and I typed who's the biggest Evil Dead fans, and then I was lucky because IGN, maybe like a year ago, put out a clip because of the new Evil Dead that was coming out, and Brie
Right.
Cummins was in it, and that's how I kind of enter in this world of the Deadites family, that I can say. And then I was looking for someone to be involved in the film, and I kind of contact Martin about it. Like, you want to go to a horror convention in Cinema Wasteland in Ohio, meet up Tom Sullivan, and he was like, wow, I kind of met Tom Sullivan a couple of years ago at Evil Dead the Musical in Montreal. I own a pieces of the book, and I wasn't aware, so like everything fall into places.
All right, all right. The Now my other question for you is, speaking of some of the fans that you met along the way, I was really impressed by Adam. who is the lookalike. I mean, this guy's incredible. And when you first met him, does he look exactly in person, just as much like Ash as he does like on film? I mean,
He's good with the mimics, that's for sure. He knows how to play Ash.
right.
But I gotta be honest with you, I love Adam, by the way. He's a great man. He's a very generous person. He was there 100% with us. Very nice to spend time with. But Dennis was one that that got my attention. Like seriously, got my attention because when he plays Ash, you see Ash.
Right.
And we didn't see much of him playing Ash in the documentary, but I'm telling you, it was uncanny at because he was playing it so well.
Where
But
Adam would
yeah,
probably work more as a stand-in for Ash rather than a performance.
But Adam is really good playing Ash. When he's portrait Ash, he do look like Bruce Campbell a little bit. So like people are really into it, and people are taking picture with him, and he's really playing the game and taking the picture and doing the character and everything. And the entire story around Adam was quite amazing. Like if I remembered, I kind of told him we're gonna go to Horror Hound, and the entire cast gonna be there, and it was like, oh man, I want to go, but I'm not sure. I'm gonna try to see if I can, if I have the money to go there, because it was a long trip and everything, and that's why he kind of decided to do an Indiegogo for fun, and then everything else fall into places again. So.
This was a 7-year journey to bring this film to a close. What are some of you were an Evil Dead fan before you started the movie? What were some of the things that you learned about the film and about the fandom that you didn't know prior to going into production?
Well, first of all, I wasn't aware of this Deadites family, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
Like at the beginning, like Brie introduced me to everyone, so it's first thing, it was amazing. The second thing, I think, I don't want to speak for Martin, but like we weren't aware that like the cast from Evil Dead 1 and 2 like didn't know for like 20 years that this was a cult classic. Like they knew because like Anchor Bay called them to do some kind of a special screening, 20th year reunion or something like that. Like, and that was like, what, you didn't know that you play in a film that is a cult classic, So this was one of the surprise. And Martin, have any surprise on your side?
well, everything was a surprise for me. The first surprise was the fact that Steve called me and asked me to help him. I was like, okay, let's do this. And I did it because it was fun to do. I didn't do it because of the money or whatever. I'm not even getting paid for that. But most of the surprise were that, well, it was the first time I went to the US. That's one.
Right.
And I've never been to any horror conventions till then. So I said it like 2,000 times, and I'll say it again. Once I got there, it was like a kid in a candy store. I mean, conventions. I got hooked. I'm addicted to it now, and the fact that we're going through that COVID shit is hard, man. I need to go to a convention like right freaking now.
There's a lot of people who feel the same way you do. I see people that I know who go to conventions on the regular who are just missing all their friends that they only get to see at conventions, who are from different cities and different states.
Right now, I'm seeing a bunch of Facebook memories of everyone going to Cinema Wasteland each year. We're going there almost every year, so it's like it's always like last weekend or this weekend that's coming. So it's really like the time where we're in a
We're supposed to
right
be
now.
at Cinema Wasteland at least.
Yeah, exactly.
We miss seeing our regulars at at our physical film festival every year. Like that's a reason we love doing it. Is just getting to see like-minded people and enjoying the films with everyone else. We definitely miss that. It's a sense of community that we definitely miss. What are out of all the different people that you've met along the way, making this film, who are some of the standouts? Like, who really had a big impact on you, and how, and moving forward with making the film? Because I'm sure some individuals probably really stood out for you.
Are you talking about like the cast of the film, or just anybody in the
Doesn't even, not even just cast, just people that you've met in general. It could be someone who didn't even make it into the film, but it was involved in other ways. You know, who had great impact on what they were doing.
That's the thing, though. I can't pinpoint one person. Everybody was so fun to meet. I mean, we're still friends. We're very close. We talk to each other every day. And of course, I'm not gonna hide the fact that meeting Bruce Campbell wasn't fun. I mean, that was really exciting. I mean, we're talking about Bruce Campbell. He's tall. He's intimidating. He's in every Sam Raimi movie, you know, and it's Bruce Campbell. So of course it was very exciting to meet him. But the rest of the cast and all the people that participated into the documentary, they're great people, and they're fun to be with. They're fun to talk to, and we all share something in common: Evil Dead, and
Right.
that's the fun part of the documentary, and that's why it was so fun to do. Like I said a few minutes ago, I didn't do that for the money. I did it because it was fun to do. It was a really cool project. That's it. So that's my take on that. Love everyone that I met.
Now, you both, Steve, you said it's hard for you to pick a favorite Evil Dead film, that you just love them all equally. Martin, I saw you holding up a 3 earlier, so does that mean Army of Darkness is your favorite?
No, because Steve said he had the top 3 movie and that the 3 Evil Dead was in there. So I'm like, no, that's 3 movies. So is it Evil Dead 1, 2, and 3?
No.
But to answer your question, though, Evil Dead 2 is my favorite one. And I can't really say why exactly it is. Probably because it has this funny aspect and this gory aspect well mixed up together. And contrary to Evil Dead, which is almost only gore and frights, and Army of Darkness, which is mostly funnier. I love the fact that Evil Dead 2 is well balanced, and that's why this is the one I prefer.
Well, the thing with me with Evil Dead 2, what's interesting is, you know, today in filmmaking and in movies in Hollywood, you see reboots a lot. You see the word reboot, reimagining. Like, instead of remaking, they're rebooting it. And to me, I look at Evil Dead 2 as one of the original reboots, not a remake, but he basically took his first film and just made it better.
I'm so glad you're saying that, Mark, because the question was asked in the last interview, and that's exactly what I said. They said, "Is it a sequel or is it the not how did this a remake?" And that's when I said, "No, it's a reboot." Let's face it, they did the same thing.
It's not a big difference between what you know Raimi did with Evil Dead 2 is what George Lucas did with the original Star Wars, except what Raimi did was he put a lot more thought into it. He became much more imaginative. He didn't use the technical aspects as an excuse to remake it. He just knew people love Evil Dead, but I feel like he felt he could make it better, improve upon, and that's how I look at it. I do love Evil Dead 2. It's hard for me to pick between Evil Dead 2 and Army of Darkness between my favorites, whereas Army of Darkness was the first one I saw theatrically.
Same thing.
You know, I think, but they're both great films, and Evil Dead is a great film, but they're all so uniquely different that it's hard to even compare them. But Evil Dead 2 is just amazing in so many levels. It's just the perfect horror comedy. It's great.
I agree.
You
I
know?
agree.
Now, Steve, I'm looking at your room, which is, you know, of course, it's in the documentary as well, all your collectibles, things like that. You got to have an absolute favorite Evil Dead related item, something that you just absolutely love more than anything. Could be a comic book series, could be a prop replica, could be just, what is it? And if you could bring it to the camera to show us.
Wow. I don't know. Well, I have an edition. Give me a second. I do have this German edition, which is like a big box with a T-shirt in it.
Oh, nice.
And it's still sealed. And I would love to open it, but I don't want to open it because I don't know. It will. I would love to find a second one, that it's already open, so I can get the T-shirt and everything. But yeah, I don't know why, but I like these pieces. Regarding, I have more physical thing that I don't have any props. For example, I'm not like Dennis or not even Michael, who's in the documentary, also get like screen props and all that. I like to collect like different edition, but yeah, this T-shirt and one from Germany is kind of the a nice one that I have. Maybe it's not rare at all. I don't know, but for me, yeah, I like it.
Well, I want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. We're so happy that we got a chance to show your film here at the Wicked Weekend for Popcorn Frights. And we want to wish you the best of luck with your film and the greatest of success with it. It's an amazing documentary. The fans are going to really get a kick out of it. And we look forward to its release.
Thank you.
I don't know when the release is going to be. I guess, 2021 is the 40th anniversary of Evil Dead, so I guess it's gonna kind of ride on that wave. But I hope to come to Florida once, maybe with the next project that's supposed to be ready next year. Maybe we can, see each other like in person under the sun of Florida while it's super cold here in Montreal, Canada.
Vaccines pending, we're hoping for it. We're definitely hoping for it. Can you tell us a little bit about your next project?
Yeah, well, actually, when I start, actually, I did a documentary back in 2010 called Under the Scares. It was about the independent horror films. It was mainly done for the filmmaker, what to do and what not to do when you're doing an indie film. And I started this film in 2006 in standard def and finished in 4 years after in 2010 in high definition. So the technology kind of changed, and at the same time, it was like the beginning of the downfall of the video store and the DVD format and everything. So my goal was to kind of do a sequel of that. So I started doing that sequel before starting to do the Evil Dead doc.
Oh wow!
And while we were shooting Hell to the Deadites, like we were going into those convention and stuff. So at the same time, we continue shooting some footage and some other interview for like the sequel of Under the Scares, and we got a great lineup so far. We have, I think, over 40 interviews: Doug Bradley, Dee Wallace, Michael Berryman, John Russo, Sid Egg. Unfortunately, he passed away.
Yeah.
But there's a bunch of amazing people that we have from the horror industry, and we want to talk about how the technology since the beginning of the horror formats in the beginning of the first horror film done by Méliès, how it changed completely. So that's the goal of the film, and it should be ready for next year, maybe end of April or something like that, so we can get his festival run.
Well, that sounds amazing, and we definitely look forward to seeing that. Again, we want to thank you guys for joining us tonight. Wish you much success with the film, and that's a wrap for tonight. Thank you,
Mark. Thank you for having us.
Thank you very much, Mark.
Stay groovy.
Bye.
Bye.